Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves 1961 baseball coming at you. We got the Braves traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Dodgers in the Coliseum. Starting lineup for the Milwaukee Braves is Gino Somalia playing center field, batting leadoff, batting second, playing second, Frank Boland, batting third, playing third, Eddie Matthews, batting fourth, playing right field, Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Milwaukee Braves is Carl Wiley. And your starting lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Leading off, playing center field is Willie Davis. Batting second, playing third is Jim Gillum. Batting third, playing right field is Tommy Davis. Batting fourth, playing left field is Wally Moon. Batting fifth, playing first base is Frank Howard. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Darryl Spencer. Batting seventh, playing second base is Charlie Neal. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Norm Sherry. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is no other than Don Drysdale. Let's get down to the field, folks, and get this game started here in the Coliseum. Here's the pitch to Gino from Drysdale. And that ball is hit in the center field. Willie Davis has got it for the first out here in the ball game. One down. Brings up Frank Boland now. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that ball is hit down to Charlie Neal at second. He's up with it. Fires over to first. And Howard catches it, and that's a quick 2 outs. And now Mr. Eddie Matthews is up. Nobody on and 2 outs. And he hits that ball into, well, he don't hit that ball nowhere. That's a strike 1 on him. And now he hits that ball in the right field. Tommy Davis has got that. 1, 2, 3, go the Braves. We go to the bottom of the first. Braves nothing. Dodgers due up. We got Davis, Gillum, and Davis. Willie, and then Tommy Davis. First is Willie Davis. And he hits that ball down to first base. Joe Adcock's got it. He'll take it himself for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Mr. Gillum now. And that ball is hit down the first also. They might want to pick on somebody other than Joe Adcock. He's got that for the second out. 2 quick rounders to first, 2 quick outs. That brings up Tommy Davis now. And Tommy pops that ball up in the infield. No, he doesn't. Sorry about that. That's a swing and a miss. Carl Wiley strikes him out. 1, 2, 3 goes the Dodgers, folks. You go to the top of the second. It's 0-0. We got Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Henry, Hank Aaron. And that ball is lifted in the center field. Willie Davis has got room out there for the first out. Brings up Joe Adcock now. Let's see what Joe can do here. And he promptly hits that ball down to Spencer. He fires over to Howard. Quick 2 outs for the Braves here in the second. Brings up Frank Thomas now with nobody on. 2 outs. And he hits that ball in the center field. Willie Davis is out there and makes the third out. The Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Moon, Howard, and Spencer due up for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Wally. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. First base runner of the game for either team, and it's the leadoff guy here in the second. Brings up Mr. Hondo, Frank Howard. And that ball is back. That ball is gone, folks. He hits that over the short porch in left field. And Mr. Frank Thomas, all he can do is look up and watch it go bye-bye. So the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead now. Spencer up, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Darrell. And he hits that ball in the left field, and all of a sudden, Carl's having a problem here in the second. Can't get a single soul out. Give me a second here, folks. Put some information here in the comments. And there we go. Put some information in there. Alrighty, now we got Charlie Neal up, nobody out, and Spencer on at first, folks. Wiley finally gets some outs here. And that's what he needed. That ball is hit down to second. Frank Bowen's up with it. He's going to toss it over to McMillan, covering it short. He fires over to Adcock. That's a 4-6-3 double play, folks. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Norm Sherry. Here's the pitch to Sherry. And that ball is hit down to short. Max up with it, fires across, and that's the final out. But the Dodgers scored 2 on the home run by Howard. And it's 2-0 Dodgers as we go to the top of the third. We got Torrey, McMillan, and Wiley due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that ball is hit in the center field. Willie Davis has been busy out there today, folks. First out here in the third. And that'll bring up McMillan now. And Mack hits that ball down to Gillum at third. He fires across to Howard. There's 2 outs. See if Carl can help his own cause here. He's hitting .050 here on the season. And what do you know? They walk him. See if the Braves can take advantage of this. Hey, Tim. Yeah. See if Gino can do something here with Carl down at first. And 2 out. Here's the pitch to Gino. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time out. And he's going to hit that ball down the third. And Gillum's going to fire across the diamond and get the out at first. So the Braves leave 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Milwaukee Braves, nothing. Los Angeles Dodgers, 2. We got Drysdale, and then the top of the order due up Davis and Gillum here in the third. Drysdale is not a bad hitting pitcher. He's hitting on 138 on the year. He does have 2 home runs, though, folks, on the year. And that ball is hit down to McMillan at short. He fires over to get Drysdale for the first out here in the third. Brings up Willie Davis. He grounded out the first, his first time up. He's hitting .255 on the year with 11 home runs and 39 RBIs. And that ball is hit down the first again, but this time Adcock's going to toss it over to Wiley covering for the second out of the game. Here comes Joe Gillum up now, James Gillum. And that ball's hit down the Matthews. Eddie's got that, no problem. Fires over, and 1, 2, 3 goes to Dodgers. As we go to the fourth, we got Bolin, Matthews, and Aaron due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Frank. Frank's 0 for 1, grounded out to second. He's hitting .313 on the year, folks, with 9 home runs and 29 RBIs. And they walk Frank. Frank trots on down the first. He's now on base for the big boys, Matthews and Aaron, followed by Adcock. Matthews is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time up. I'm sorry, flew out to right his first time up. He's hitting .314 on the year with 15 home runs and 51 RBIs. And that ball is hit in the center field. Willie Davis has got that. That'll be the first out here in the fourth. Here comes Henry Hank Aaron up now. Aaron flew out to Davis in the second inning. He's hitting .353 on the year, folks, with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs. And that ball is hit down the short. Spencer's up with it, tosses it over to second. Neal fires it over to Howard, and that's your 6-4-3 inning double play, folks. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Braves, nothing. The Dodgers, 2. Moon, Howard, and Spencer due up here for the... Sorry, it's Davis, Moon, and Howard due up here for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Tommy. And that ball is hit in the right field for a single. Tommy's aboard with the lead runner on. Brings up Wally Moon now. Nobody out. Wally's 1 for 1, scored in the second when Howard homered. He's hitting .314 on the year with 6 home runs and 34 RBIs. And he pops that ball up in the infield. And Eddie Matthews calls everybody off and makes the play. That's 1 down. Here comes Mr. Howard, who we just talked about, homered his first time up. He's hitting .252 on the year with 7 home runs and 21 RBIs. And that's a big swing and a miss. Strike 3. They get that one. That's 2 outs now for Mr. Spencer on deck. Here he comes up. Let's see what Darryl does. He is 1 for 1. He's hitting .207 on the year with no home runs and only 3 RBIs, limited play. And that is hit by pitch. I don't think Carl wanted to hit him with that pitch. So now we got first and second with 2 outs. Davis down at second. That brings up Charlie Neal. Charlie's 0 for 1. He grounded into that double play his last time up. He's hitting .279 on the year with 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. And he pops this ball up in the foul territory. Joe Torre throws off the mask, goes after it, and makes the catch. Dodgers strand 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still Dodgers up by 2. We got Adcock, Thomas, and Torrey due up here for the Braves. Joe's 0 for 1. He grounded out the short his first time up, hitting .273 on the year with 13 home runs and 33 RBIs. And he hits that ball down to Charlie Neal at second. He fires over to Howard. 1 out. And that brings up Frank Thomas. He is 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up, hitting .247 on the year with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike 3. Frank goes down swinging. That's 2 outs now for Joe Torre. Joe is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. He's hitting 276 on the year, 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. And Joe finally gets a base hit for the Braves. He hits that ball right out of the reach of Spencer in the left field. And the Braves get a hit on the board here against Drysdale. Now it brings up McMillan with Joe at first, 2 outs. Let's see if Roy can get a hit parade started. And he is 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. He's hitting 201 on the year, 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. And that ball is going to be hit down the short. And Spencer throws that ball away, folks. And that's going to make runners on at first and third as Joe goes down the third on that throw. Mac will stop at first. So we got first and third for Carl Wiley with 2 outs. Can he help his own cause here, folks, and get the Braves on the board? And that is a swing and a miss. No, it's not. I'm sorry. The ball's hit back to the mound. Drysdale's up with and fires over to first. Not an inning. The Braves leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Braves nothing. Dodgers 2. Got the bottom part of the lineup due up here for the Dodgers. You got Shirley, Drysdale, and then Davis to top the lineup. Here's to pitch to Norm. And that ball is swung on and missed. Strike 3. He's up Drysdale now. Drysdale is 0 for 1. He grounded out the short his first time up. And he's going to hit that ball in the left field. Not a lot of room out there, but Frank makes the catch. 2 down. That brings up Willie Davis now. Willie is 0 for 2. He grounded out the first both times up. And he hits that ball down to first again. You might want to hit it somewhere else than Joe Adcock. He's got his number. 1, 2, 3 go to the Dodgers here in the 5th, folks. We go to the top of 6 now. Milwaukee Braves nothing. The Dodgers 2. Top of the order due up here for the Braves. Gino, Bolin, and Matthews. Let's see what happens here. Gino's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this one off of Drysdale, folks. And he hits that ball into the gap in right field. It rolls up against the fence. And just like that, we got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Frank Bolin up now. See if Frank can do some damage. He's 0 for 1 and walked. And that ball is hit down the first. Howard's going to underhand toss it to Drysdale covering. But that'll get Gino down the third with 1 out for Eddie Matthews. Eddie's 0 for 2. Flown out the center and he's flown out the right. And he's going to get a base hit this time, folks, in the left field. And that'll score Gino. And that cuts the lead in half. Now Matthews on at first with only 1 out for Henry Hank Aaron. See if Hank can either tie this game up or put the Braves in the lead here, folks. And that is going to be a infield hit. Nice hustle by Aaron to get down there. And all of a sudden, Drysdale's in some trouble here in the 6th. With 1 out, Matthews on at second, Aaron down at first for Joe Adcock. They go out and talk to Drysdale. He says everything's cool. So here's the pitch to Joe. Joe is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short and the second. And he's going to fly out the left field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Matthews over to third? No, it's not. That's a short porch out there. Not a lot of room. So now there's 2 outs with runners on first and second for Frank Thomas. Can he get a hit here and put the Braves tied up? And they don't want no parts of Frank. Drysdale walks. The bases loaded, folks. Bases are juiced. All the ducks are on the pond for Joe Torres to get a base hit here and break this game open for the Braves. Joe is 1 for 2. He flew out the center and got a single. And he's going to do something with this when he squares this ball up, folks. And he drives that ball into left field. And that's going to score 2. And Thomas is going to end up down at third. Going to hold up there. Well, there is 2 outs, so he's going to score from first. Sorry, folks. 2 outs, he's going to score from first. So that's a bases clearing double by Joe Torre. And just like that, the Braves take a 4-2 lead, folks. And they're not done yet. You still got Torre down there at second with 2 outs for Mac. Mac's 0 for 2, grounded out the third and reached on an error. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Drysdale's up with it, tosses it over the first. And that'll end the inning, but the Braves score 4, 3 of them on that big 2-3-run double by Joe Torre. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Milwaukee Braves 4, Los Angeles Dodgers 2. We got Gillum, Tommy Davis, and Moon due up here for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Gillum. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. James is 0 for 3 now. Brings up Tommy Davis. He's 1 for 2, struck out in singles. And he hits that ball in the center field. Gino's got it. Makes the catch. Quick 2 outs here in the 6th. Brings up Wally Moon now. Wally's 1 for 2 and scored on that home run by Howard. And they walk Moon. Not very smart. Here comes Frank. He's already homered in this game, folks. See what Hondo does this time. He's 1 for 2 with that home run. And that ball is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good job by Carl. That's the second time he struck Howard out after giving up the home run. So we go to the 7th. Braves up by 2. It's 4-2. We got Wiley, Gino, and Bolin due up here. We're going to let Carl hit here. And that is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Gino now. He is 1 for 2 with that double. And that ball is hit down to Gillum at third. He fires over to Howard, a quick 2 outs. And here comes Frank Bolin. Frank's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he hits that ball in the right field. Tommy Davis near the line, but makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes to Braves. So we go to the 7th inning stretch, folks. Got Spencer, Neal, and Shirley due up here for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Darryl. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. And that brings up Charlie Neal. Charlie's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second, hit into that double play, and then popped up to Joe behind the plate. And that ball is swung on and missed, and all of a sudden Carl is dealing, folks. What about that pitch reminds you of Linda Ronstadt? That was a blue by you. And that brings up Norm Sherry. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and struck out. And he strike out the side here, folks. No. Sherry's going to, at least not on this batter, Sherry's going to get a single in the left. That'll bring up Drysdale. Even though Drysdale's a decent hitting pitcher, we're going to pitch hit for him here, folks. Who are we going to bring in here? I think we're going to bring in Locker. Norman Locker is going to pitch it for Drysdale. Hey, legends. All right, here's the pitch to Locker with Shirley down at first. Sherry, rather, not Shirley. And that ball is hit down to Bolin at second. He'll take it the easy way, toss it over to Matt covering at second. And that'll be the inning, folks. Dodgers leave one on. Go to the top of the eighth. It's still Braves 4, Dodgers 2. Now we need a pitcher here for the Dodgers. Who are they going to bring in here to pitch? Looks like they're going to bring in Ron Pernoski. It's been a while since he's pitched. Looks like it's been 2 or 3 days since he's pitched, so they'll bring in Pernoski, get him some action, even though they'd rather have him come in with a lead. He'll be facing Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock here in the eighth. Here's the pitch to Eddie. Eddie is 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that ball is hit in the right field. Tommy Davis has got that. One down here in the eighth. Here comes Hank Aaron up now, folks. Hank's 1 for 3 and scored. And that ball is hit down the third. Gillum's got it. Fires across the diamond for the second out. Brings up Joe Adcock now with nobody on and 2 outs. Joe's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can get off the snide here and get a hit. He does more than that. That ball is back. That ball is gone. Hits that out the right field, folks. Home run. Joe Adcock makes it a 5-3 ball game, folks. That's the way to get a hit. Brings up Frank Thomas now. Nobody on and 2 outs. Frank's 0 for 2. He hasn't gotten a hit. He has walked, though. And he still isn't going to get a hit because that ball's hit the deep center, but not deep enough. Davis has got that. The Braves go down, but score 1 on the Joe Adcock home run. It's now 5-2 Braves as we go to the eighth. Got the top of the order due up here for the Dodgers. Willie Davis, Gillum, and Tommy Davis. Here's the pitch to Willie. He's 0 for 3. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as that ball is hit down to McMillan, down at short. Over to Joe. 1 down. And here's Gillum up now. He's also 0 for 3. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as he pops that ball up in the infield. Matthews calls everybody off. 2 down here for Tommy Davis. Tommy's 1 for 3. He struck out and singled and flew out the center. And he just hit that ball down the second. Easy play for Frank. Over the first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Dodgers. We go to the ninth inning, folks. Milwaukee Braves 5, Los Angeles Dodgers 2. Torrey, McMillan, and Wiley due up here in the ninth, bottom part of the order. Hey, Thomas. Here's the pitch to Joe Torre. And that ball is hit down the short. Spencer's got it. Fires over to Howard, and that's the first out here in the ninth. And that brings up McMillan. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, reached on an error, and grounded out. And he's going to swing and miss strike 3. Brings up Carl Wiley. Can he keep the ninth inning alive for the Braves here? He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that ball is popped up behind home plate. Easy play for Sherry. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. Carl get a complete game out of this. He'll have to face Moon, Howard, and Spencer. The 3-run lead. Here's the pitch to Wally. And he walks Wally. So the Moon is up. Down at first now. Brings up Frank Howard. That'll get the bullpen up here for the Braves. Here's Mr. Hondo, Frank Howard, with nobody out and a runner on at first. And that ball is hit in the left field. Frank Thomas is going back, makes the catch at the wall. Sure, that'll put a scare in the Braves. 1 out, Moon still down at first. Here comes Daryl Spencer. He's 1 for 2 today. He's got a single, been hit by a pitch and struck out. And he strikes out for the second time, folks. That's 2 outs. Dodgers are down to their last out, and it's Charlie Neal. Charlie's 0 for 3. He's trying to get off the snide here with Moon down at first. And he does. He squares this ball up against Carl. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field, and that's going to score Moon from first. Dodgers aren't going down quiet. It's now a 5-3 ball game with Neal down at second for Norm Sherry. And Sherry is 1 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and singled. This will probably be Wiley's last batter. No matter what, here's the pitch to Sherry, rather. And that's going to be hit down the short. Mac bobbles that ball. Wait a second here. Redo. We didn't score Moon. Moon didn't score. Just noticed that. Undo. Okay, redo this. Score Moon from first on the double. Okay. And that ball is going to be hit down the Mac. That's an E6. And Neal's going to end up down at third. We're going to have first and third now, folks, with 2 outs. Let's see who they're going to bring in here to pitch hit for Ron Pernoski. I think they're going to bring in Maury Wills is going to pitch hit. And I think that's going to be it for Carl, even though he should be out of this inning. But the air, let's see who we're going to bring in here. They're going to bring in Raymond here. See if he can get one out here in the ninth. It's been a while since Raymond's pitched. Carl couldn't quite get the complete game. Let's see if Clyde can close it out for him here against Maury Wills. We got first and third. We got Neil down at third, Sherry over at first. And like I say, we'll bring in the pitch hitter. Maury Wills will come in the pitch hit. And here's the pitch to Wills. And that ball is popped up in the infield. Who wants it? Frank Boland's calling for it. And he's camped under it, folks, and that's going to end the ball game here. And the Braves win 5-3. Take a look at the box score now. Braves score 5 runs on 6 hits and an error. The Dodgers score 3 runs on 6 hits and an error. Got the Big Joe Adcock home run and the big double by Joe Torre. Torre with that 3-run double. And the Dodgers, you had Frank Howard with that 2-run homer. And that's all the runs they could score. Wiley pitched 8 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 8, and gave up that home run. Raymond came in and closed the door with that pop-up. Drysdale pitched 7 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Paranoski came in, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 1. Let's do some fast play here in the National League. We got a double hitter in Philadelphia. The Reds go to Phillies, take on the Phillies in 2. Here's game number 1. And the Reds win the first game, 4 runs on 7 hits and an error. And the Phillies 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. Now game number 2, let's see what happens here. Can the Reds sweep the Phils? No, the Phillies. Now the Reds win a close one. Reds 5 runs on 11 hits and an error. The Phillies 4 runs on 9 hits and an error. So the Reds sweep the doubleheader. Then we got the Cardinals playing 2 in Pittsburgh against the Pirates. Let's see what happens in this doubleheader, folks. And the Cardinals win 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Pirates 3 runs on 13 hits. Let's see what the star is here. The Pirates left 14 runners on base, folks. Sure. All righty, let's see if they can make it even here and get the win in the second game. Or is the Cardinals going to sweep this series? Well, doubleheader, not series. And the Cardinals sweep the doubleheader. 3 runs on 8 hits and an error. And the Pirates 1 run on 8 hits and no errors. And the last game for June 18th is the Cubs traveling to San Francisco to take on the G-Men. See what happens out here in San Francisco. And the Cubbies win 3 runs on 10 hits and an error. The Giants just 1 run on 6 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the standings here now after June 18th. And the Milwaukee Braves are 4.5 games up on the Reds. Cardinals are 5 games back. The Chicago Cubs are 6.5. San Francisco Giants are 8 games back. The Los Angeles Dodgers and Pittsburgh Pirates are both 11.5 games back. And the Lonely Fields are 17 games back and on a 10-game losing streak, folks. Sure. I want to thank Tim D, Legends, and Thomas for stopping in. Check out Legends Sports Universe channel, folks. He's doing a lot of great stuff with NBA, MLB The Show. Right now, he's got the divisions going on. There's ID stopping in. Check out ID's channel. He just did a nice British Way war game the other night. Check out that great channel. And if you're new to my channel, folks, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of LA, when you're stuck in all that traffic, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great afternoon and take care.